I love this comic book, The Walking Dead, book number 35. As Rick, Glenn, Michonne, Alice, and Martinez arrive at the prison, they see that it is overrun by zombies. Glenn panics. He wants to save Maggie by taking the car, but drives it into a wall, knocking himself out. Others are covering Alice as she rescues Glenn from the car. A zombie almost gets Rick, and he shoots it. He then sees a reanimated Otis lying half-eaten on the ground. Dale and Andrea are hiding in the RV, but after a while come to help the others. Dale says that he saw Otis get attacked and Herschel get bitten. Everyone else is in C Block. Martinez saves Andrea and introduces himself, while in the meantime, Glenn wakes up. After which, they all make a run to the C Block except Dale and Andrea, who go to a guard tower to pick off the walkers. Rick bangs on the door, which Herschel opens. After they all make it in, Rick asks Herschel if he was bitten, but he responds that he just caught some friendly fire. Carl and Lori are also in the C Block, and as Rick tries to hug Carl, he gets frightened when he notices Rick's missing hand. Lori and Carl are upset and ask what happened, and Rick reassures them that he wasn't bitten. It was an accident. Rick tells Tyrese that he should gather everyone up to kill the walkers. Tyrese tells Rick that he should sit this one out because of his missing hand. He's disabled now, and there are a lot of things he won't be able to help with. 4 days later, Glenn and Maggie are having a good time, when suddenly Glenn smells smoke. He goes to find the source and finds Axel and Tyrese are burning the bodies. He then asks them not to burn the female corpses. Axel and Tyrese decide to fulfill his odd favor. Meanwhile, Alice is checking Lori's baby. She says that the baby is fine, but she's not sure of the date of the birth or other issues they won't know until the baby is born. Alice also plans to get the infirmary set up for the birth. Outside, Andrea sees Michonne talking to herself again. As Glenn is checking the bodies, he finds what he's been looking for, an engagement ring. Rick and Carl take a walk around the premises. Carl is afraid of the bodies and says he wonders if some of them are still dangerous, but Rick tells him it's safe. Suddenly, Rick remembers Martinez and asks about him. Tyrese says that he hasn't seen him in hours. Rick then realizes that Martinez is going back to Woodbury to bring the governor to the prison. I am with them. I panicked when I saw all the zombies in the panels too. You leave and all is safe, you come back and it's all overrun and more work to clean out again. I think the group should come up with some processes so that they don't open all 3 gates again at once. Run it like a canal or something. Only 1 gate at a time is open and you just need to wait until a certain amount of time to move through each gate to keep it all safe and zombie free. Glenn crashing the car into the wall. That confuses me. He's done a lot of driving. Even in a panic, that does not make any sense. He should have just driven around the yard and drove over as many zombies as he could to help make it safer. Running them all over would use less bullets. Otis turned into a zombie while they were gone. That is oddly not surprising. It is a bit sad, though. Many of this group are dead now. Andrea and Dale have been trapped in the RV. I do believe it has a working bathroom at least, so it could have been worse. They make it up to a guard tower and her fun begins. I do wonder how much ammunition they have left after clearing all these zombies again. Everyone else is alive inside the prison. Otis was the only new loss. Herschel thankfully took some friendly fire and did not get bitten. That would have been bad. He and Alice combined have some decent medical knowledge. I think Lori will need both when the time comes to have the baby. It's good she plans to use the infirmary. It probably has a lot of medical supplies that no one was aware of as well. Carl is a bit freaked out to see his dad missing a hand. I can't blame him there. That is pretty bad. Lori is very upset about it too. This was the hand that was broken badly and basically useless anyway, so maybe the loss of it is better. Herschel, or someone might figure out how to make a prosthetic to put on. Maybe a club to knock zombies in the head with? Who knows? It appears to have taken 4 days to clean up all the zombies. That's a lot of zombies to finish off. Glenn's request about not burning the women yet was a bit odd. However, once he goes through them, he comes up with a diamond ring. I assume he plans to use this to propose to Maggie. Can't wait to see how this turns out. I'm also super curious if he managed to find a ring in the correct size. And Martinez, he's gone missing. This is very worrisome. Rick instantly assumes that he's going straight back to Woodbury to bring the governor. We will have to see what happens. I don't think the governor survived his injuries, but you never know. Martinez instead may just bring a selected set of people from Woodbury for safety, but it's all just speculation at this point. We'll have to wait and see. Thanks for tuning in to the I Love This Comic Book podcast. If you would like to make a donation in support of this podcast, you can through Cash App to Pasta26MC. That's pasta like the food, the number 2, the number 6, M as in monkey, C as in cat. If you would like to sponsor this podcast or advertise on it, please send an email to podcast@pastasworld.com. As always, you can go to pastasworld.com for more information.